Unlike my art, I'm not comfortable sharing my voice on the internet, so I apologise in advance. I used to be an unpopular artist until people started to use my art and taking credit, until I received so much hate for being looked at as the phony. Soon after I closed my account and found that every time I tried drawing, I became heavily depressed, which led me to stepping away from art for good. But that's enough about me. I recently watched a video where someone by the name of TyranitarTube defended themselves against another one of Gian's attacks. At the end of the video, TTR gave a hint for Gian. It was like a message that only he could read. The message had a Skype conversation and a screenshot of the files in the conversation. It seemed like TTR had compassion for Gian and enclosed information to end the fight. How do I know this? Because later TTR told Gian to stop making videos on the situation to let it die down, telling him he doesn't want to have to reveal what he hinted in his video. I only recently discovered TyranitarTube. He's a creative YouTuber, but I don't like the sympathy he gave to Gian, no matter who he was. Why, you may ask? Because like I said, unlike my voice, I used to be comfortable sharing my artwork on the internet. But soon after, people started to re-upload my art and discredit me. I got massive hate for taking other people's work when it was really mine. And a lot of this artwork was used by Gian in his XY countdown videos before I removed the account I uploaded my art on. He'd uploaded a 30-second video with just my art and get hundreds of thousands of views. I couldn't care less about the views or the money he made from it, but all he did was use my art and not even credit me. But that's not it. He's done so much along the way, from dislike botting other YouTubers, to influencing suicide, to other poke tubers he's hated like AuroraVirus, who had to create a new channel to avoid the false hate Gian fans were giving him. Every time I tell myself that everyone makes mistakes, I find some other stupid shit he's done. So if you think I have no right to make this video and should be minding my business, it's because nobody is paying attention to this that I have to make this video. Maybe it just takes someone who's been in the situation to see the truth in it and have the motivation to look into it. And just to tell you, Gian isn't the only one on my list, and I only mean that in terms of making what needs to be public, public. Back to the hints. TTR made the hints in his video in a way that only Gian could understand them. It was meant to make Gian back off on the fight. But even if blurred, they're screenshots, so something can always be made of it. The first screenshots show that Gian asked TTR to Photoshop something, with the actual message blurred. Looking at how TTR takes the requests so lightly, it doesn't look like Gian made it sound important, but rather as if for a joke. I confirmed this thought when I found the original screenshot of the conversation uploaded by Gian 3 years ago into his photo bucket. Using the internet time machine, the Wayback Machine, I was able to find that this was when TTR had only a few thousand subscribers. Gian tricked a big fan of him into photoshopping a screenshot saying it was for a joke, when it wasn't. It was for much more. And the second screenshot revealed that the files Gian wanted photoshopped were screenshots of the analytics, or stats of a video. Why would Gian want analytics photoshopped? Makes no sense. But if you look carefully at the screenshots, you can make out parts of the title. Look close enough and you'll notice that it says Pokecraft Episode 1, I Choose You. If you look up the series on YouTube, you'll come across a video by someone by the name of CcalNinja. The video may say it was uploaded a year ago, but there is a comment by GCPM11 that says it was posted 3 years ago. That's because it was really uploaded as an unlisted video 3 years ago for the GCPM11 community, which was something Gian used to do years ago, where he had people make videos to upload to his channel, much like a director would for machinima. This video, created by CcalNinja, was originally uploaded to Gian's channel as a director. So these analytics are from the video that went up on the GCPM11 community channel, not the video you see here. Again, why would Gian want his analytics photoshopped? The only things that comes to mind, is to make it look like he has a larger female audience, or to make it look like he had made more money. Still doesn't make sense. Using the Wayback Machine again, I was able to find a time period where the video was still up, and the video has over 1 million views, with the second part having nearly another 1 million views. This was a popular series, and with that many views, ad revenue would be high. On my way to finding this out, I came across a PhotoBucket profile. The PhotoBucket I mentioned earlier was GCPM11's profile, where he uploaded images to share to his friends. I'm not a stalker, I'm a researcher, and his PhotoBucket was public, not private, set so anyone can view them. Most of his photos were all about making money, and how much money he has. But here is where I found everything. Everything will be in the description. Not only did I find more evidence towards his lies, including his conversation with TTR, but also what looked like the screenshots hinted in TTR's video, the original screenshot and the faked screenshot. One screenshot shows that Gian earned over $2,500 off the video. The second one shows that he earned less than $300. As per this conversation shows, this is the fake screenshot. This is the real screenshot. How do I know? Because Gian made a verbal contract saying he'd pay Ccal 75% of what he made off the video. Google CcalNinja and you'll find a video showing off proof of that. He faked the screenshot to show Ccal that it was too low to pay him less money than he is supposed to. When I got in contact with Ccal thanks to the power of the internet, I found out that Gian did in fact show Ccal the fake screenshot and used the excuse that it was too little to pay him. But that's not it. Like I mentioned earlier, using the internet's Wayback Machine, linked in the description, there is full proof ofCcal's video being uploaded to Gian's channel. The first part got 1.3 million views, and the second part got nearly 900,000 views. In total, about 2,200,000 views. At the ad revenue rate he was at, which was way above average for Machinima's pay back then, he earned $5,170. But the Wayback Machine shows the views the videos had months before they were removed. So there are hundreds of thousands of views as well as money earned that should be accounted for. But since I have no proof of the final count, I'm not going to count that, because I'm not here to hate, I'm here to spread the truth. Gian made $5,170.09 off someone else's work under the term that he would pay him 75% of that, which is nearly $4,000. Ccal messaged Gian multiple times on the situation, but was never replied to. With no power in his hands, the situation faded. Even though Gian's pocket just got $5,000 richer, you may be telling yourself that maybe Gian didn't have the money to pay him back. But money is the last problem on his list. Remember I mentioned him posting how much he made years ago on his PhotoBucket? Well, look at these. Again, these are public images that a random person like I could get through simple Googling. He has a screenshot of his bank balance, as well as money he made off sponsored ads, all around the same time this took place. You know, those annoying ads that uploader makes an actual part of the video? Thousands and thousands of extra cash. His bank balance shows that as of 3 years ago, his bank account has been through nearly $250,000. Keep scrolling and there's images of checks for $10,000s of dollars by throwing sponsored ads that take up more than half his videos. I couldn't care less that Gian makes money. Good for him. What I do care about is him not paying someone for their hard work and dedication, despite the fact that he's more than capable of paying him. Gian has made over $5,000 off justCcal's videos, but instead of paying him the 75%, he showed him a screenshot that says he made around $250 and told Ccal that he made too little money to pay him. To this day, Ccal was paid $0 for those videos. Ccal relied on making videos for Gian's channel instead of working on his own channel to earn money and help pay bills, and get a new laptop and start hosting streams for charities, as well as creating more Pokecraft episodes. And you've got to have some nerve to think you could scam a real fan for thousands of dollars. One of the many scams of Gian. Unless this video becomes big enough for Gian to see it and he tries to fight it off as nothing happened, I have no reason to continue exposing him. I could go on for days. After seeing this, even if he pays Ccal now, think to yourself, would he have done it if I didn't make this video? But let's talk about a more recent event, which nobody seems to be able to follow the honesty in. I don't like the fact that TTR didn't talk about his defense video and instead told Gian to back off. But I'm surprised he vouched to only make one video on the station and then kept quiet, taking massive hate from Gian's fans just to end the fight. I'm talking about the t-shirt war. First of all, it wasn't a t-shirt war. The t-shirts may have started it, but the fight was about them trying to protect their channels and help their subscribers understand the true story. If you look into what Gian says in his various videos and what TTR says in his one video, you can tell who's telling the truth and who's feeding their subscribers bullshit sandwiches. All it took me was an hour to see all of this. When Gian attacked TTR in his first video, TTR already proved that it was all full of lies. But then Gian made another video in response to that, which all of his fans think is more pure honesty, but just another bullshit sandwich. Any subscriber could have seen this as well if they'd looked into it, instead of just listening to both sides. Here, look at TTR's Omega and Alpha shirts. Now look at Gian's Omega and Alpha shirts. Now look at TTR's Delta shirt. And then Gian's Delta shirt. Notice how Gian's style suddenly changes to TTR's style? That's what TTR meant by there being a spin-off of his design. As a psychology and law student, I can see why Gian did this. Gian's original Omega and Alpha shirts faced copyright issues and were taken down by Nintendo. But TTR's designs, despite closely resembling the Hoan trio, did not break the copyright law, as they had minor differences that allowed TTR to say that it isn't a Pokemon design. So everyone who says they should be sued for selling these tees is wrong. They're allowed to sell it if they can bypass the copyright law. TTR knew how to get past copyright issues. Gian didn't. Seeing as TTR's designs were proven to loophole through the copyright law, Gian adapted to his designs and took the exact same concept. That's why TTR didn't like that. The work he put into bypassing the copyright law to provide his t-shirts to his fans was just taken. And what's the first t-shirt Gian puts out using TTR's concept? A recreation of TTR's original Delta shirt. I don't know why it takes a timeline to explain something so simple, but that's it. That's all it is. If the fight really was about a t-shirt, that's all TTR would have made in his defense video. But like I said before, they weren't fighting over a t-shirt. They were defending their own channels. In terms of the bullshit sandwiches Gian fed his subscribers to attack T-Tube, Skizzer admit that Gian was lying about what he said in his attack video, and that Skizzer only first met Gian a day before Mega Rayquaza's reveal. Gian did not ask for the design before he met the designer. That's as bad as driving by zero. And just when you thought it was over, Gian returned with more bullshit sandwiches. TTR, as per this tweet, said that his Delta design was made by a local friend since Skizzer was ignoring him. So Gian saying that TTR didn't credit Skizzer is bullshit. Gian made up that lie in his response to turn his subscribers against TTR again. There's no honesty in Gian's video. Gian also claimed that everyone who bought his t-shirts would get it before Aurus. And to do so, he would end the campaign early. But he didn't. He ended it days after he said he would to get more sales. And the hoodie I bought from him came in December because of it. After saying he'd donate to ALS, he didn't, mentioning that he had to keep the ALS money because he was struggling to pay bills. My man, you are balling out of your asshole, going to every gaming convention around the world every month with hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank, and you couldn't donate a simple $100 to ALS? Even so, you'd said you'd make up for it by donating from the Delta campaign. And you fucking didn't again. You make radical jokes and have your subscribers join you in calling TTR Osama bin Laden, saying it was just a harmless joke. You get your fans to buy your shirts saying it's for charity, but you don't donate. And worst of all, you lie to your subscribers and take advantage of them, the same people that have been supporting you and allowing you to make it as far as you are. And one more thing, Gian, if you block someone on Twitter, they can't reply to your DMs. If you block someone on Skype, they can't reply to your messages. You cut off every means of communication between TTR and you to set it up so that this could not be dealt with privately. You only pretended to try to talk to TTR privately so you could use that excuse. And there's full proof that on his Twitter that you instantly blocked him back when his incident took place. It still boggles my mind that only a few subscribers were willing to take a minute to look into this, and that only a few could even tell that the fight was between them protecting their channels, with the shirts being the start of it, not the purpose, and that only a few could see straight enough to see through Gian. Fact is, this war to protect their channel wasn't even a Goku-Vegeta fight. Skizor was working with Gian to create lies about TTR and the situation, which they knew their subscribers would believe, and with the bullshit original artist being in favour of Gian. How much did you pay Skizor to get him to do this, deceiving all of your fans with these tasty bullshit sandwiches? Heck, even to this day, Skizor is special. Gian still talk about this incident on live streams and on Twitter as if they were angels, no remorse for anything. TTR, despite being the victim, almost losing his channel's reputation, hasn't said a word since his video, very well knowing that the hate he is getting is based off Gian's lies. It also angers me that other YouTubers, especially Kobanamani456 and Rakib Marvelous, defend Gian using the lies Gian told them, whether or not they know they were really lies. This video isn't just for subscribers, it's for everyone. Even if it's not your fault, TTR, I understand you may still idolize Gian and thus let him off the hook. But in all honesty, if you are going to make a video defending yourself, don't go easy on him, especially since he's carrying the sword. I'm ashamed that you didn't fight back and instead kept quiet, barely defending yourself. There's no reason to hold back when he's in the wrong. All Gian did was use the fact that you held back to make a second attack video on you. And if you thought that maybe you could avoid exposing the man who you used to look up to by telling him to pay Ccal privately, you know damn well Gian wouldn't have. And Gian, thanks for the impact you've had on people. From being the root cause of emotionally making me stop myself and sharing my art, to dislike botting other YouTuber, to trying to influence suicide to those you don't like. You're a big YouTuber, and I am nobody. And this video may be seen by exactly that, nobody. My heart is crying as I say this, because I know how it feels to be treated harshly by someone with more power. And I feel bad for everyone you've hurt, had to go through what they did just because they were powerless. This is the internet. We all just want to have fun while it lasts. Please don't cause no more harm. And I hope one day I can rid myself of these emotions and create an account on DeviantArt and start fresh. I'm Hooper, and this is the mystery unbound. I'm not a hater, I just hate dishonesty. I really don't care about the ratings on this video. You can like it if you support this video, or you can dislike it if you support GCPM11, as he goes on to scam other fans and attack other PokeTubers. Either way, it doesn't take away from the purpose of this video, which was to make public what should be public.